So, firstly, my name's Jason Middlemiss. I'm 33 years old. I'm a chartered accountant. Live up in Bishopdale over there, and running for community board in Harewood these elections. But before I talk about, or what I was just going to talk about this evening was just some of the experiences, what it's been like running for local government, a little bit of my background, and just kind of how that's all gone so far. But firstly, just the story I thought I'd tell is that in preparation for this, as Rob mentioned, we did the speakers debate with a group the other year. It was me and Mark and Rob did it, and that one went pretty well. And then I decided, in preparation for this local government thing, I'll get out there and take a couple of other speaking opportunities and just kind of hone the skills a little bit. So I put my hand up to go and do the Canterbury Club versus Christchurch Club debate. I'm a member of the Canterbury Club. So, I've done a couple of these debates before with Toastmasters. It was pretty good fun. It was all good spirits. It'd be great. So then go along there, and we're sitting down having dinner beforehand. So obviously you're nervous. There's like 80 people in the room. You're the youngest one there. You're a bit nervous, and they try and get you to eat food beforehand. So when you're not hungry at all, so you're paying for a meal, you don't necessarily even able to get down. So this was extremely well organised. The opposition team comes rolling in. There were no car parks put aside for them, so they're furious and they're going off with our team leader. I'm like, oh geez, what kind of a spirit is this debate going to be held in? So that was a good start. Like, that's great. And then the debate kicks off, and our team leader opened up. Fantastic speaker, this lady named Leanne Dalzell, funnily enough, Catherine's sister. She's a legal eagle and fantastic speaker. She'd run circles around Rob. That was great. That kept the time, and then the opposition first speaker stood up, got his pad out on the lectern, and proceeded to read a history lesson for 20 minutes because the person, the judge who was the judge, wasn't given much guidance. There wasn't any real structure, and just let this guy go for 20 minutes giving a history lesson. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's this going to be like? It was supposed to be 5 to 7. He's done the whole allotment already. And it got around to my turn, and we were talking about political correctness. So we were saying that the world's gone mad and political correctness, all this. So I was hitting a couple of hot button issues, and I'm not going to do it here because I'm afraid that one of you might do what one of the audience there did to me, but I literally got heckled constantly for about 5 minutes from a member of the audience who took offence at one of the things that I'd said. It was horrific. I've heard that if you're a comedian, standing up and bombing is just the worst thing in the world. Pretty sure this is pretty close to approaching that. So I was like, took me a couple of days to recover after that. But I was like, if I wanted a good preparation for local government and any community speaking or anything like that, this was it, because it can't get any worse than this. So I just thought that was an interesting story after Rob brought up the debate. So be a little bit cautious when you're saying debates, just kind of figure out, what kind of spirits they're in and who the people are you're doing it, because I definitely got called out by that one. But they're not all apparently like that. That's the worst one they've had in years, apparently. So apparently normally they're a lot more jovial. Yeah, so that was that experience. And then the running for local government, a lot of times people kind of ask you, why are you running for local government? And when the camera's on and you're being filmed, you're just going to tell the but politicians get very nervous when the cameras are on and the films are running, because if they say something and someone decides to chuck it out there, they get in all kinds of trouble. And it's funny, at local government, people think, people wouldn't take it that seriously, but they treat it exactly, that's almost like it's just training for central government for some people, rather than just dealing with community issues. So that's an interesting insight that I've gained from getting involved in it. But back on track, running for local government, it's been an interesting experience. It's quite technical in terms of the organisation, so there's a whole lot of prep. It's like a whole 80-20 rule type of thing. You spend 80% of the time figuring out what you're going to put on your damn flyer, getting your photo taken, writing your blurbs for all the various bits and pieces, and then 20% of the time is actually going out, talking to people, delivering the flyers with a pain in the ass, talking to people, and actually, doing the things that you'd actually think you'd be doing when you say, hey, I'm going to put my hand up and run for local government to help out in the local community. So that was an interesting one, but the group I'm with, they've got some fantastic people who provided a lot of support, which was great. One of my highlights so far of running is we had a lot of flyers we wanted to get out before the voting papers came out last week, and we were a bit behind on that. So I came up with the ingenious idea, I thought, of just hiring Lime scooters. And I delivered flyers on Lime scooters, and normally it takes about an hour to deliver a block of 250. And you do 2 or 3 of those in a day. Like, we don't do much walking here in Christchurch, you get pretty sore feet. I delivered 7 in 5 hours in one evening, which is, I reckon it must have been a record. So I don't think there'd be many people delivering that many flyers. So that was an interesting initiative. So I think if I get in, I might buy one of my own e-scooters, or maybe 2 of them, and then just pay kids to go and deliver them. And it literally, like, you're getting to ride around on a scooter, which is fun, rather than just drudging around chucking these things in the mailbox. And you're just getting them down twice as fast as you would normally. So that was me trying to make fun of something which wasn't the most interesting in terms of delivering all the flyers. But we have managed to deliver 15,000 flyers in the last couple of months, and then putting up hoardings, going to a couple of residents' meetings and talking to them. It can be quite nervous getting up and talking in front of people, but after being absolutely crucified in a debate, it was so much easier. So much easier, and then being a member of Toastmasters as well has been very useful, just from all the practice standing up and talking in front of people. Get used to moving around the stage a little bit, and not being too worried about not being able to hide behind a lectern. That's one thing with a lot of these debates and community meetings, is there are lecterns that people can hide behind. But I actually do prefer a setting like this where you're directly in front of people and you actually are encouraged to move around a little bit, because standing in front of people can be, and then holding onto a lectern, or if you have notes, if you've got an A4 bit of paper, you're far more likely to take it up when you do a lectern, rather than just shelving it when there's a group like this and just getting up and kind of just telling people what you know, rather than being really kind of caught up in trying to hit these specific points you've got written down. So it's been a great experience. Definitely learned a lot. It's quite an art to running all kind of political campaigns. It is quite scientific in a way, and there's also room for flair and various individuals to do interesting things too, which has been great. So that has more or less been my experience so far, and just like to reiterate that going to Toastmasters, partaking in some debates and putting myself in some uncomfortable situations pretty much makes this kind of thing, and then running a local government so much easier. So just can't highlight that fact enough. Thank you very much.